The day has finally come. We're selling the lab, guys. We're broke. We have no money. We gotta give this lab out to the people. We gotta do it right now because I need money. There's no money. It's all down the drain. It's all down, guys. I need money. But yes, guys. Today is the day where I'm going to be releasing version 1 of the lab. The lab includes all the recent projects I did, which is the display entities, the stage, as long as some other little hidden mechanics like the doors. And I've thought about it, and I think it's at a point where version 1 is ready to be released. Now, the lab is not finished by any means. As you can see, if we go all the way back here in this little meeting room, we have a lot of things to add. But those can come later, as I want to make sure that you guys can get the display entities to make your own projects, as well as seeing the stage and everything. Everything works, however, the stage will be a little bit finicky as I will not be playing the music with it. So let me just give a grand tour of the lab. First thing we're gonna look at is the display entities, where this whole project started. So here's the display entities. I did put little signs around the lab letting people know what certain parts are, as well as disabling some parts that are still work in progress. As you see, for right now, the doors will always be open, and I did disable the blocks in here. Here you can have fun with all the display entities. As you see, we can just activate something right there, get our display block. As you see, it's a ghost block, and you can do the little funny stuff that I showed in the video. As well as that, the lab has many rooms that have not exactly been shown. Right here we have a little watching area to the incineration room. Here we do have all the incinerators. Down the hall from that, we will have the old testing room, the old lab testing room. This one is blocked off right now though. But let's start where it all begins. Over here, this is the world spawn, also known as the temporary admin room. This will be where you guys spawn, and it will let you set your auth levels so you can use all the doors, as well as some TPs so you can teleport to the most popular areas. Now, for right now, everything to the heavy containment is blocked off, as that is not yet done. But everything in the light containment should be close or already done. Right next to the admin area is the class D cells. Upstairs in the D cells you get a little common room, as well as the oversight or the overseer room where you can view and look down at all the class D. There is also a little guard post up here where they can look down, as well as a guard post down here where they can aim and stop, the pest class D from escaping. There is a few doors here, but they do not work, as well as these doors, which have not been added because I just never got around to it just yet. But soon this will be able to, you'll be able to do like escape attempts and all that. Do whatever you want. Now every cell has a random name. Feel free to change yours wherever you want. My cell's in the corner, of course, because I like staying out of view. Going away from the class D cells right down the hall. If you take your first left, you're going to go to the server room. This room has no importance really, but it does look pretty cool. As you can see, not too much going on, just a little room to give atmosphere. Right down from it is the records room. Again, this is another decoration room. where we keep catalogs and catalogs, bookshelves, paper, anything. Again, down the hall, we're going to get to the cafeteria, which is past the medical ward. There's the medical ward. I'll show the medical ward first, actually. The medical ward was the first ever building built in this world. It has a little guest check-in reception area, as well as multiple offices around. Office right there, and this one isn't quite done yet. So feel free to build your own offices if you guys want. Through this way, we have the MRI machine. I need to redo it though, or is that an MRI? CAT scan, CT. And then over here, we have our padded cells to keep the most troublesome of players. Through the medical ward, we also have multiple rooms of storage. I don't know if any of these are filled with anything. I know these are. As well as some gear. A little waiting room. We have just more blank rooms to do whatever you guys want to. And a bathroom, you know. We're not monsters here at the facility. All these rooms are empty though. But then again, I'm not a medical professional, so I didn't know what really to add. Down from the medical ward is the old admin room. This is where the commands used to be, but it has been long since gutted for newer things. If you continue going down, you get to the cafeteria. Of course, there are maps everywhere, so as you can see, we're right here in the cafeteria in the pink line. We just went down this hallway. Cafeteria is nice if you just want to chill, have a little drink. On this side, we do have some storage rooms, nothing too important. And then we have our first control room. The control room right now is purely decorational. It's planned to get more additions later, but you again get another updated map. As you can see, we're right here in the control room. We went down the halls, past the storage. One thing I do want to say is there is panic rooms around the facility. These are very important for some events that will be added later on. Past the storage room, you get this little viewing oversight room. We get Suzu's office right here, as well as another blank office. Suzu is my pet fox. You will see her running around the facility. She's always in random places. Down the hall from all of that, all the way where Class D is, all the way on this other side of the hall, you'll get to the red area or the armory. The armory consists of lots more rooms. It's its own wing. We get a target range, and the targets do work. As you see, I just scored a 10. You can do whatever you guys want with it. And they do get harder as you go down in different lanes. There is also some scoring right here if you guys want to know. So I got a 10. That is 3 rings from the center. As you see, dot is first, white second, and then the other ring is the third. Right next to the armory is the weight room and or gym. We got some treadmills, some barbells, punching bags, and little floor mats, all with them staying hydrated as you very well need to. And across from all those is the surveillance room. Surveillance room is not quite yet done, but it will have a use case in the future. We have a mini little server room, little common area, and then the main watch area where people can sit and watch what they're doing. There is a few barriers to help also by keeping people from jumping on top. Of course, you only need them in some places. Leaving all these is where the fun rooms in the armory. And by fun, I mean this storage room. As you can see, we have a very, very nice storage room here. We have boxes, crates, everything you could ask for. It's great. I need to sell it all to make money. Anyway, down here we have what I like to call one of the best rooms in this entire lab. It's crazy. Nico really popped off, guys. And that is the Armory Lounge. You get a TV, which does work. And this TV also turns off if there's a blackout. You get a little fridge with some sound effects. As you can, it's very quiet, but you can't hear them. As well as many chill areas. I also like the big giant glass. And there's Nico. Again, better with RTX. Without RTX, it kind of looks a little bland, but I'll let you guys be the deciders of that. Deciders. I don't even know. Right across from the Armory Lounge is the Armory like head offices. As you can see, we have 3 offices right here. Captains, generals, whatever you want. There's the head officer office. That is something fun to say. And then we have a storage closet at the very end to help with all their paperwork. Of course, this one looks a little bit empty, probably because I hate paperwork. At the very end of the armory sector is the barracks and the armory where you get like your actual stuff. The barracks is a very simple room, but it gets its job done. All the task force members get assigned to a bed and a crate. And they also get a bathroom with no bathroom because, again, I didn't get to it. We ran out of money. On the other side of that is where all the armor is. The armor shows exactly what they are, listed in their books along with their job. As you can see, we can see all the ranks, their jobs, and their skills. None of these are quite done just yet, so all the perks and stuff do not actually activate when you join the class. That will be added in a later update. Leaving from the armory, we'll get to 2 very important rooms. The bathroom, and this is the only room with proximity lights, because I was testing it out. And one of the blast shelters. This is where you can go when lockdowns happen. There's drills where you need to go. And yeah. This will be a common room soon, and soon this will be plugged up, but there's all the commands that run the entire lab. Suzu is chilling right here, so we're going to give her a little pet. And then head on. Here's the cemetery. It's about as you expect, with signs and signs of graves. And down this hall is the administration office. We have a security room to make sure no one is slipping through first. And then we have a giant open office letting people see what they want. Of course, no one's occupying this one just yet. But someone is occupying the next one, which is Star's executive office. Fitted with a full map, full table to get our work done, while also having a cozy living space. It is the perfect place to where you guys want to go. Star is a 17-year tenant. She keeps the lab running, and I'm not actually sure what she does because I don't pay attention, guys. I'm just the spokesperson. Down the lab is where all the little guests make their office. We have fantasy. Nico's is right here. We'll check out Nico's real quick. It's a little dark, but it is a little kitchen. If we keep going down the office, we get to the O5 offices in the conference room. We'll check the conference room first. It's a basic conference room where we have the very important topic of what is climate change, along with a book where we can talk to all the executive officers, all the administration officers, and the O5 if needed. We do have a coffee machine in the back and a very small bathroom. And finally down is my area, or my office. This is the O5 common room, or the administration common room, with one of the only doors that requires level 5 security, and that lets you go up to the O5 office. O5 offices are where the highest of the high are. As you see, we have people for the team, mobile task force. We have people for SCPs and the builds. And then we have me, which is just the site overseer. Two of the offices are currently decorated, me in stars. And we both have our own fish, little pets. Going upstairs, you'll see my little living space. Now this is taken from the Puppet Eyes demo, and this is also built by Nico. Again, a lot of places in this facility are still under work, so that's why I am avoiding going to the heavy containment, but there is a few things scattered around that you can see of heavy containment. But one thing that is mostly done is the SCP rooms. As you see, every room is themed to what they are. The doors take a little bit to avoid lag. All the SCPs or SDCPs have a number, what they are, a code name, and then their class. Every single safe mob in the game is added here. So every overworld like pig, sheep, horse, any mob that really doesn't attack you, or it's really hard for them to attack you, is stored over here. Heading all the way down, you'll get to the community theater, which I just showed in my recent project of the stage. Heading down this hall will lead you to the stage. However, I do want to say it's very important. You need RTX and Kelly's RTX for this stage to function. Without it, it will look a lot more bland, as you don't get these blocks without RTX. Or you will, but they won't glow. So this will just be a really dark room, and you won't get these beautiful lights shining down. The stage commands are all here, as you can see in my last video. However, they will not play the music, as you can see. But if you guys want to mess around, you can click here to like cue show and then add shows. I'm gonna make it more of a let you figure it out. During a later update, I might make it so there is a show that can be played. But considering that this whole light set lags the game a little bit, I keep it mostly disabled, unless if it's the sole one thing being used. Down this hall, we will get more SCPs. It goes all the way, and down one more hall, we get to all the aquatic SCPs. We have cod, salmon, you know, everything, just everything in general. Going all the way down will lead us to another save class, but it's not the aquatics. So we got horse, or mules in this one. These ones don't have spawning just yet, but that will be added at one point or another, along with this hallway. Again, every safe mod you can add, there is an entire room dedicated to what it does. Going over here, you will see a work in progress area if you continue to the corner of the map. This is where the Class D cells are kind of around. As you can see, here's the server room we looked at the very start. And as you see, These are currently shut down because of the projects that are currently going on, but I will show a little bit of what is going on. This will soon be the boiler rooms when it's finished. However, it's not just done yet. Now the maps are realistic to actual maps, the size and everything. So if you were to hold them, they are low care maps, so you can find where people are. As you see, that's my lab. This is all the parts that are not done just yet with some containments. You guys aren't missing too much by being outside or being locked out of these areas. They're just mostly hallways and stuff. But everything is planned out. Everything has its room. And that is the entire lab in its entirety. So again, this is version 1 of the lab. I will be releasing and updating the lab and probably making a video of the updates later on. But as of right now, it's just going to be released as is, where it's just here. You know, there's not too much going on, but it has everything you need. Feel free to decorate in any way you want. And again, you should spawn at the place where you can switch your auth level and stuff. I spawned a little outside of it, so if you spawn here, I guess, just wrap around. It's by the Class D cells. That is the admin room. Yeah, I hope you guys like the lab so far. Have fun playing with all the little things, little tricks that I have around the lab, and I'll see you guys next time.